Welcome. We've got some thrilling Arsenal news lined up for you, so stay tuned until the end to catch all the latest updates. And don't forget to leave 300 likes to keep us motivated in bringing you the latest Arsenal updates. One can hardly take serious umbrage at young Ezri for stating what most fair-minded observers already know. Arsenal remains a rather larger and more storied institution than Aston Villa, with a history deeply woven into the fabric of English football, a global following, and a trophy cabinet that speaks for itself. Nevertheless, I spoke privately with the lad to remind him never to forget the vital role Villa Park played in shaping him from a promising but raw defender into a reliable centre-half of genuine Premier League and European quality. He gave us everything, putting his body on the line week after week and contributing meaningfully to our push for consistent European football, for which we remain thoroughly proud. Of course, ambition is no crime when a player of his standing receives an approach from a club of Arsenal's magnitude, yet the challenge now facing him is considerable. He must prove that the lessons, habits and standards absorbed in the Midlands can be translated into consistent high-level performances amid the exacting demands and fierce competition of the Emirates. We wish him every success, retain lasting gratitude for his service during a period of genuine upward momentum, and look forward to the inevitable reunion on the pitch, where Villa approaches such occasions without any sense of inferiority or deference. We do not fear Arsenal, never have, and do not intend to start now, for the result will be settled by performance rather than historical prestige. Arsène Wenger speak out about Arsenal call time on Álvarez'S pursuit as Arteta instructs staff to stand down. Arsenal have formally called a halt to their pursuit of Julián Álvarez from Atletico Madrid. Manager Mikel Arteta is understood to have issued clear instructions to sporting director Andrea Berta that no further active contact should be made with the Argentine forward or his representatives. The decision comes as the summer transfer window draws to a close in 2026. According to sources close to the club, Arteta delivered a straightforward message to Berta. Should Álvarez have a change of heart before the deadline, it will be for the player himself to make the first approach to Arsenal. In the meantime, club staff have been told to stand down. Attention is now being redirected towards alternative striking targets considered more attainable. Álvarez, who joined Atletico in 2024 after leaving Manchester City, had publicly expressed a desire to move in order to fulfill his dream of playing for Barcelona. Atletico Madrid, however, have taken a firm stance against any sale to a La Liga rival and remain intent on honoring the player's contract, which runs until 2030. The Spanish club's position has been reinforced by statements from senior officials insisting that Álvarez continues to form an important part of their plans. They have indicated a willingness to consider offers only from non-rival clubs, including Arsenal, at a valuation in the region of 120 to 150 million euros. The situation has produced a prolonged stalemate throughout the summer. Former Arsenal manager Arsène Wenger offered his view on the development. Arsenal are showing maturity by not forcing a player who is not yet fully convinced. Julián Álvarez is a high-quality striker with a winning mentality, but the project at the Emirates requires total commitment. Arteta's decision is a wise one. It is better to wait for a player who truly believes in the club's long-term vision, Wenger said in an exclusive interview. Arsenal's move is widely regarded as a pragmatic response under the pressure of time. As Premier League champions last season, the club are keen to avoid becoming entangled in a protracted transfer saga that could disrupt preparations for the new campaign. With the squad already strengthened, Arteta has chosen to protect dressing room stability rather than chase a target harboring doubts. Several other names have begun to be linked as possible alternatives, among them Victor Osimhen. Arsenal are expected to accelerate discussions with these targets in the remaining days of the window. Berta has now been instructed to prioritize players who have demonstrated genuine interest. For Álvarez himself, Arsenal's decision leaves him in a difficult position. He must either remain at Atletico and work to rebuild relations with the supporters and manager Diego Simeone, or explore other options outside his original preference. The hostile reaction from some Atletico fans has only complicated matters further. With the ball now firmly in Álvarez's court, this transfer saga could still take a late twist. Arsenal's firm stance, however, sends a clear signal that the club will not wait indefinitely without certainty. A final resolution is likely to be reached before the official transfer deadline closes. Partey's painful parting. How Arsenal's title dream slipped through his fingers. In the aftermath of Thomas Partey's departure from Arsenal, his candid reflections paint a picture of profound personal disappointment mixed with quiet dignity. Speaking with the measured tone of a seasoned professional, the Ghanaian midfielder described the day the club informed him he would not be retained as his darkest hour. He had tried to rest that night, clinging to the hope of remaining at the Emirates, yet the reality proved inescapable. Winning the Premier League with Arsenal had long been the central ambition of his career in North London. Partey admitted the dream felt tantalizingly close, only to be snatched away when the finishing line was almost within reach. For a player who had invested so many seasons in the project, the timing must have felt particularly cruel. According to his account, the agent delivered the decisive news. No new agreement would materialize, and Mikel Arteta no longer saw a place for him in the squad's future plans. Partey believed his contributions on the pitch justified an improved contract. Instead, the club reached a final verdict that his time at Arsenal was over. Looking back, the midfielder recalled arriving in North London when the team's ceiling appeared limited to a fourth-place finish. Through collective graft and consistent effort, the side gradually elevated itself into genuine title contention. That transformation, he suggested, was the product of shared resolve rather than individual glory. Arsenal went on to finish runners-up 3 times in succession, yet the dressing room refused to accept second best as the natural order. Partey emphasized that the group retained an unshakable belief that their moment would eventually arrive, a belief continually reinforced by Arteta's relentless drive. The Spaniard's insistence on progress helped mold a youthful squad capable of growth and capable of winning matches week after week. Partey took particular pride in the club's return to the Champions League, describing those early European nights as genuinely enjoyable milestones after years of absence from the competition's elite stage. Throughout those campaigns, the players continued to give everything, sustained by the hope that silverware would one day reward their perseverance. The trophy itself remained elusive during his tenure, but the foundations, in his view, had been carefully laid. Ultimately, the decision to part company rested with the club, and Partey accepted it without public rancor. He watched from afar as Arsenal claimed the Premier League title last season, feeling a mixture of pride and personal regret. He sensed that much of the groundwork for that triumph had been established during his years in the midfield engine room. Now settled at Al Sabab, the 30-something midfielder insists he is content. His focus has shifted to playing regular football and extending his career on new terms, bringing to a close one of the more bittersweet chapters in recent Arsenal history. Thanks for watching Arsenal Time. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Continue following the Gunners' journey with us, and see you in the next video. Come on, you Gunners!